Hi, if local Denham Springs. My name is Misty Newsom, and I am a friend to Kelly Chartier, and so I'm thankful for her letting us share today. So I wanted to tell you about our ministry called Heshima Ministry. And when I say our, there's a lot of people involved, but first I want to tell you about myself. So I'm married almost 15 years to my husband Eric, who's a junior high band director here in town. And we have 4 children, ages 9, 7, 5, and 4, whom we homeschool. I homeschool. And the oldest was born in Uganda, and we adopted him. We started that process in 2011 and got our referral in 2014 in the spring, and we spent 3 months there in the fall of 2014. Came home a few weeks before Christmas. And so through that, we knew the Lord was leading us to serve and to give kind of our lives to Uganda, the women and children there, the people that were impoverished and didn't have a way out. So right now we are in the start of Heshima Ministries. So what Heshima is and what we hope to do is threefold. Right now we are focusing on women because we already have a group of women we're serving, but we have a huge children's program that will be starting up soon. So for the women's program, it's threefold. We are focusing on education, and right now the education is teaching them English, and so through education they're able to learn English and to possibly get better jobs working for expats and missionaries and just get a little bit out of the village and to get a better wage. The second part of our puzzle is encouragement. And when we say encouragement, we mean physical and spiritual. We start with a weekly devotion with them, and it's led by my friend Fiona, who is a really good Bible teacher. She's 30 years old, and she is extremely passionate about women's ministry, and she's really good at it. And so she does a devotion each week when she goes. But we know as moms that our kiddos need to eat to be able to focus and take in that information. And the same is true for these women that are hungry. And so we try to feed them a big snack and give them some juice so that they can focus and really get the most out of our couple of hours together. And then the third portion of our puzzle is empowerment, and we really strive for job creation and sustainability with that. Our first meeting, Fiona thought there'd be 5 to 10 people there, and there were 25 women. And they came away with like 10 to 15 goals of different ways they can earn money. And for these women in this culture, that is huge because most want a handout, and most of you know, if you've read Toxic Charity or When Helping Hurts, that handouts aren't really helping anyone. And so microloans is kind of in the future for us. We also are creating a market here, and you can see the beautiful beads that Kelly has displayed for me, and I appreciate it. Through beads, other types of jewelry, purses. They make beautiful palm leaf mats that we hope to bring back when I go in April. And so that's one way we're trying to create jobs for them. They also have dreams of pig raising and chicken raising, and they all have dreams, not all of them, but they have dreams of owning land, having their own gardens. Some of them want to learn to braid hair. Some of them want to learn all these different skills. And so that is our third prong, is that empowerment. We can find teachers who come in and teach them the different things that they want to learn so that they can sustain themselves, and we can then sustain Heshima Ministries. So I've given you a lot of information in a very short amount of time. And so I wanted to see if you are interested in all in partnering with Heshima Ministries, or even just learning more about what we're doing in Uganda and the women there. You can visit us eventually at heshimaministries.com, but for right now we're at heshima.weebly.com, and that is Heshima. And I just wanted to tell you a quick story about a woman named Robina. She is a mother of 3, and a grandmother, and she is a fighter. This woman has fought through losing her husband. She owns no land. She lives in she rents one room out of a house and shares space with a bunch of people. But she has fought back. She digs in other people's gardens and their vegetables, and so they pay her. She owns a little stand that is very common in East Africa. They sell veggies and Cokes and cell phone minutes for the different providers. And she has been able to save up enough money to buy a sewing machine. And so she has taught herself on a foot pedal sewing machine how to tailor. And she started making clothes for her neighbors and people that she knows in the village. And they can't pay her very much, and the fabric is expensive, but we are excited to teach her and help partner with her and hopefully making purses and other wares that we can bring back here and sell. I'm going in April and I can't wait to see what she has done so far. But this woman is a dreamer. She hopes to own land someday. She has grandchildren, half that are in school and half that are not. We want to partner with her and help her earn and sustain enough income that she can send all of her grandchildren to school. We feel like that is something that all young women or girls and boys need. And in doing what in serving Robina in this way, we are looking for 20 people to sponsor monthly $25. And what that $25 is, combined with 20 other people, is $500 a month. And that pays for internet for our 2 leaders there. It pays for the travel back and forth each week for the ministry events. It pays for the food and the juice. It pays for the pens and papers and the Bibles that are in Ugandan and English to help them to learn. And it's a very small budget, but to us it feels mountainous, and we know that our Lord will provide. So if you're one of those 20 that we know are there, if you will just send us an email or go to our website or get with Kelly, she knows where to find me, and we would appreciate your prayers for Heshima Ministries.